What you got for the people?
So, what I have for the people today is actually the people in this panel. And you all know I'm big on mental health. And because June is Men's Mental Health Awareness, uh, I want people to understand out there that men also go to abusive relationships. Men get abused, men get sexually assaulted. It's not only women. So I want to ask you, as the guys on this stage, what can people do better to create a safe space for men to feel comfortable? Because we all grow up in this world where men are supposed to be strong and can't cry and can't share their feelings and blah 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 and blah blah blah, blah all that bullshit. So how can we create a safe space for men to be vulnerable or express themselves?
Who want to tackle that first?
Uh, other men need to
I
stop
do.
calling.
The
Other men need
last
to.
No,
comer.
go ahead, Banshee. No.
Other men need to stop calling them bitches for saying that they have a weakness. I mean, that it's that simple. You can have weakness. Shit, I'm not ashamed to tell people when I was undergoing treatment, I cried a couple times. I'm
And
not
it's
ashamed to
okay.
say that.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's nothing to be ashamed of. And that's why I say we grew up with this mindset. And we had a conversation on a live, and I say this. I said I feel like sometimes the reason most men are not comfortable is because of men, other men themselves, right? Even when you see women coming out and sharing their stories, it's men who are making it harder for them. And and when other men who have gone through something like that still like, yo, imagine how they're feeling about a woman coming out and sharing this. Imagine if I came out and said I got raped or I'm depressed, you know, will they back me up? Will they create that? So what can we like, how can we get better at this?
You just have to, as a man, you just have to not give a fuck what nobody else gonna think about what you're doing to better yourself. Because, like I said, I've been in and out of therapy for over 20 years at this point, and I can give a shit less what anybody had to say about me going. Because fuck it, ain't for you. When I got these pains or I cry, you ain't fucking there, so you ain't in the room with me. So that's why it never stopped me from going. I never felt any type of way. I never been ashamed to tell people I'm in therapy. Shit, because it is what it is. I don't know what the fuck going on. I'm trying to figure that shit out. If you got a problem with that, give a fuck. Pardon my French.
Farrell, what you going to say?
I say what we doing right now. What we doing? We got a bunch of confident men that are confident about what they do and how they feel, and we're able to express ourselves in our masculinity and femininity at this moment, and not feel ashamed about it. And if you like Brian said, if you have that energy, that aura where people can feel comfortable around you, which I experience at work all the time, I get everybody's stories. And some of the stories I'm like, damn, my life ain't that damn bad. You know? And as long as you're confident in who you are, you don't ever have to worry about feeling ashamed.
Tim Dole.
To me, it starts with parenting, the way the child was raised growing up. I was raised by my mom, and she always told us, my brothers.
Did she have long fingers? I'm sorry.
She had long toes.
Oh my God.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Toes.
See,
Go
that
ahead,
was
Tim
the
Dole.
guy that thinks she should pull that call.
No, but my mom always told us, don't be afraid to express yourself. And I didn't grow up with my dad or anything. I mean, I saw my dad, weekends or things like that, but he wasn't the father figure in my life that told me how to be a man. I had to learn it from my mom. And I guess that's why I'm the sensitive person that I am now. I express
You
Ralph
myself.
sensitive?
Tresman.
You sensitive?
Anyway, like Conspiracy Brother said earlier,
Uh-huh.
you have to be comfortable with yourself. You have to want to know what's wrong with you. You have to want to be better, or you have to want to feel better, regardless of the stigma that everyone is telling you. Oh, real men don't cry. And fuck that. If your mom passed away, you gonna sit there and not cry?
Because
Yeah.
you're trying to prove you're a real man.
Yeah. You know,
It's
this, you
So
know,
for me, I didn't grow up with my dad, so I didn't have that masculine aspect of repressing your feelings.
okay. You know, I
Wow,
would
I
say,
wouldn't have known, Tim, because
yeah,
you are all masculine.
I would say this, Tim. You
Yeah,
know, you on just gonna push back just a little bit. Whether you're raised by your dad or your dad's not in your life or your mom, I think it's a societal type of thing because it's
yeah.
society that's saying that a man shouldn't cry. It's society that's saying that a man should be this type of way. But for black men, you know, we were raised from the time that we could damn near walk. Shut up! Why you acting like a girl? But now times are changing. Times are changing. Talk to somebody. Like conspiracy brother and Pharaoh said, there's no shame in telling people that you're hurt or you need to, you need to reach out. And
Hey,
but
on the street.
it's because of the generational change. Because nowadays, people are more open with their feelings. We
I'm
don't keep
allowed
our
to be
feelings.
expressed.
My
Exactly.
my mom never told me to shut up, stop acting like a girl. She just
You
told me,
you
do you
got
hurt?
lucky.
But
Some people
I guess what I'm
No,
did.
saying,
no, no.
what
What I'm saying is, I know what you're saying as far as societal people and society, telling us to toughen up and to be, masculine. But my mom was the one that told me it's okay to express yourself. She didn't
what
tell me don't be a wuss or don't cry or anything like. She said
No,
it's okay to
but
express
what I'm
yourself
saying,
on
but
how you
but
feel.
wait, let me say this. What it means is your mother can do the most amazing job at home, but outside, once you step
yes,
outside, the
yes.
friends you hang out with or
Mm-mm,
your family
mm-mm.
members, your
Nope,
uncle.
nope, nope, nope,
I'm
nope.
saying for you, it didn't work out that way, and that's
Oh yeah.
amazing. But in reality, just because it didn't go that way for you, in reality, most people they might have the most amazing, loving family at home, but because they want to impress the group, they want to hang out with the friends, or
Yeah.
maybe the
Yeah.
community they want to, or they have
No,
those
I know what you're
uncles and
saying,
aunties who
but
are like, I don't
let me
care
tell
what
you
your
something
mama
about
told you,
Judy.
you gotta be
Mm-mm,
this, you gotta be this.
Well, I guess
mm-mm. My
before
mama ruled with a wooden bat, race car track, anything that's in her hand. So growing
Tim, you're
up,
missing the
she was
point
no,
here.
but
no.
what
I know what you know.
what
Trust me, I know what you said. Outside influences, outside
no, but
influences
I
didn't
guess
bother me
Tim,
because of the inside influence that my
I got
mama
that,
had
Tim.
on me, and that's it.
What I'm trying to say to you, Tim, is you might be the exception to the norm, and that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that your
Oh,
mom
I'm
didn't
not the
instill
only
that
We're
in you,
not
exception.
but
saying
what I'm saying, yeah, no,
everybody.
Look at
we
Pharaoh.
not disagreeing with you. But what we're trying to say is the exception to the norm. Some people get that, some people don't. But
I
in
know
actual
that,
reality,
and that's why I'm saying that
it's
I'm
more
blessed
than
to
not.
have a
It's
mom
more.
like that and not
I
being
guess
like
what I'm trying to
everyone
say
else.
is,
Statistic.
I guess what I'm trying to say is because I could sit here and say that my mom raised me a certain way. I could say that, but I'm looking at as from a different aspect because I knew what my mother instilled in me. But the majority of people don't get that instilled. And like I said before, when it comes down to young black men, we are usually teach to suck that up. Don't act like a girl. And that has to change. That's why I say it's a generational change because nowadays men are more expressive of their feelings and we need more of that,
That
and
because
that's what
they
I'm
from
trying to say.
Atlanta.
I knew somebody gonna say that. I knew it was coming. I was just waiting for it. I was just waiting for it.
Yeah,
Crying foul.
yeah, okay, I got you, Miss
At
Paula
least he
P.
allowed you to
Thank you.
cry, it's still like you're crying. You have to always hide while you're crying, which is not good.
Yeah,
But
The only
anyways,
time my mama told me stop crying is when she was whooping my ass.
I got you,
but
so on
but
top
the
of
Shit,
that,
mama. That's
I
what's
but
wrong
got
the
with
you,
only
your ass.
reason
Oh, there you go. You
I
but
can't.
got you.
the
So Miss
the
Paula,
only
thank you for that,
the only
hey.
reason I brought up this, I just wanted to say that again, with June being men's mental health and us as being me as a black woman, I want my fellow black brothers loved ones, friends to be able to express themselves without feeling that, oh, I'm not man enough if I cry, or I'm not man enough if I bitch or vent about certain things. We all have
Exactly.
bad days. We are all allowed to feel whatever the fucking shit we are. And no, you're not a little bitch because you're crying about something that matters to you.
Yeah.
So
So-
with that, because I love you guys, and I'm
Yeah.
feeling I feel like this is my family, so I wanted to let y'all know that with me there's always gonna be a safe space for y'all to be as vulnerable as you want to.
Okay. I got you,
And
Miss
for
Follow.
and for all the men out there, express
So-
yourself. If you're around people who tell you suck it up, they're not your people. Sorry.
So Maleficent is
I will,
nice.
I will
Ain't
tell
that
you, Miss
about a
Paula,
bitch?
Miss Paula, that the military, especially Veteran Affairs, we don't have just 1 month. We have 365 days that we push that because of the soldiers that have problems. So you can add that
Oh
to
no.
your.
And
No, I'm just saying.
and
I know
do.
it's a month, but
No,
I
I
want you to
get
know
it.
that the Veteran Affairs, we have to do that.
But since you saw my video of me dancing, you clearly didn't read the caption, because in the
I was
caption
at work, falling asleep.
wait. Since you called it out, that video in the caption it said, because May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and then June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, and I said in the caption, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. It might be coming to an end, but mental health awareness is 365 days, every fucking day, because we deal with this shit every day. We,
Okay.
we are appreciative. We have a month that lights up and shine, just like Black History Month or anything. Yes, okay, 1 month, but Black History Month for us is fucking every day, and it should be for y'all every fucking day. So just
Okay.
like that. So read the caption and just don't watch me dance.
I got you. I got you.
She
He's
said
trying
that
to-
Drop
shit
a
like
bomb on that. Drop a bomb on that.
she said that shit.
Nah,
She said that shit
nah.
like, hey, Farrah,
Please.
don't just look at the body, look at what it's saying.
Exactly.
God
The
damn.
context.
Exactly.
Check the
Exactly.
context.
I got you. But Tim Dolph, be more careful. What you got for the people?
Fat girls.
No. I was watching the show about geniuses and how this Frenchman came up with the IQ test, and how most geniuses, they are cultivated from when they are younger to do extraordinary things. And they were saying, do geniuses start when you're young, or are you developed into being a genius? And no one really knows, but the person who scored the highest on an IQ test, one of the highest scores of 166 on an IQ test, was the Unabomber. And and everybody know about the Unabomber.
Ted Kaczynski.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ted Kaczynski.
Ted Kaczynski.
Okay.
That crazy motherfucker that looked like Grizzly Adams, that lived in the forest with no electricity, no water, no nothing. Oh, fuck that. But this man proved the theory. He was a math genius. He solved many math problems that were supposedly unsolvable. At the age of 20, he already had his master's, working on his doctorate. But throughout his life, he's been told that he's the smartest person in the world. And when they skipped him from the 5th grade to the 7th grade, that's a different kind of group of kids. So he grew up being, an introvert to himself, hating the fact that they probably bullied him because he was smart and he was young. And he never grasped in the idea of humility or feelings or anything social. So he became a social recluse throughout his whole life. And that social recluse, in his mind, he was telling himself he's better than technology. He can he can do without this. The world can do without this, and that's why he set out first to start bombing colleges, and then he started doing airports or airplane companies. And the only reason why he got caught was because he wrote a manifesto. And in the manifesto, that's what gave him away, because his brother recognized the words that his brother used and the spelling of certain words. Now, remember, when you are a genius, you lose certain aspects of certain things in life. Like Einstein couldn't really tie his shoes until later in his life, things like that. And with him, it was the consistency of spelling certain words wrong and saying certain words. And I'm like, no matter how smart you are, it depends on how you raised and developed, that creates the person that you become in the future. Now, who's to say he was a genius that could have turned, or was he a mad scientist? That's mad scientist. And in our brain, I always say this, that there's a hidden, not talent, but hidden knowledge that we yet to explore. And I'm sure a lot of you say, well, damn, that came easy to me. Whereas in the brain, certain things do come easy for you. I'm good in music. Y'all may be good in something else, basketball, football, whatever the case may be. But growing up, people need to just look and learn about their kids. Let them be kids. Don't be so fast to grow them up and be something that you want to be, or else they gonna wind up growing up being like a Ted Kaczynski.
Oh, absolutely.
Tim Dog took 10 minutes just to tell us that motherfucker was crazy.
Yeah, he was crazy. No.
You
According to statistics,
Tim Dog just took 10
he was a
goddamn minutes.
genius.
I don't give a damn he's a genius or not. That motherfucker was crazy. And you know he was crazy, and I know he was crazy. That motherfucker even know he was crazy, because that's why he wrote that manifesto. I don't want to hear that shit about. They put him in. They put his ass in the. He skipped from the 5th to the 7th grade, and he came an introvert. That motherfucker was crazy, because he was living out in the woods with no goddamn electricity, living off the goddamn grid. And then his dumb ass going to try to kill people that ain't did shit to him. So fuck him. I'm not gonna let you use that shit about being a goddamn genius. That motherfucker was crazy, because all he had to do was stay his ass out there in the goddamn woods with no goddamn toilet, grab a goddamn rabbit, wipe his goddamn ass, and he still could have been out in them goddamn woods right goddamn now. That motherfucker's in a goddamn genius, because if he was a goddamn genius, he could have been using his goddamn powers to solve what? World hunger. Oh, he could have solved cancer. But no, this motherfucker want to get a goddamn bomb, put it in the goddamn mill, and kill some people ain't got shit to do with him. So fuck him.
Check it out. You know what triggered him though? People riding motorcycles on the property and planes going over his cabin.
Exactly. And that's why I say that motherfucker is crazy.
That's why he started doing what he did.
So what you're saying is he crazy.
Exactly.
No, the thing is, he tried to get away from society, get away from technology. Now hold on.
But he doesn't own that area for him to stay on, because the motorcycles are here now. Fuck that shit.
If you want to get away from society, there was a simpler way. Jump.
Exactly.
He sounds like an old bitch.
Go to heaven or hell.
He
didn't want
wasn't
nobody
old.
walking across their lawn. That's exactly what he sounds like.
No, it's like this. You like, man, I need to get away from these kids. And then you go to your room, and then the kids come to your room. Man, I need to get out of this house. So he goes to a remote area.
Somebody up that didn't know
I just want to say thank you, Tim Dog, for enlightening us on that. And like I used to tell my soldiers, let it go in one ear. Yeah, let it go in one ear and out the other, or sometimes let it go in there and,
thank you for wasting 10 minutes.
But Tim Dog, thank you, Tim Dog.
I forgot what the hell I was going to talk about.
Yeah, I got to recoup.
I'm trying to find my goddamn story again.
You should have wrote it down. You should have wrote it down.
You know what? I'm thoroughly amazed that you remembered all that shit.
Hey, no,
You
man,
need a
I'm
hobby.
telling you, this is me. I am a History Channel and a Discovery Channel geek. I
Okay.
So
watch.
am I,
see
but
that.
I don't
I
care
didn't say
about.
that.
I don't
But
care
then
No,
about
you
but see,
remember
things like that interest
verbatim.
me because I've never. I mean, Ted Kaczynski, we all know he was crazy, but behind that craziness, there was a
an
normal
old man who
person
wanted
that
people
You
off his
making me
lawn.
drink
Yeah,
more than my
No, I'm
limit
just
tonight,
saying.
Tim.
Hey,
Not all the time people are born evil. Sometimes they just made evil. That's all.
And that motherfucker like,
Same
get off my
thing.
lawn. Get off my lawn.
No, he never did that. He never.
You know what he remind? You know what that remind me of? Remember, Cat Williams said his granddad would sit there looking out the window and watch a cat drink milk out the bowl. Look at that cat drinking that milk out the bowl. Get out the bowl.
Hey, I will say this, man, before we go to you, bad professor. This is what I'm going to say. This motherfucker's out there is talking about planes flying over his head. So they're going to tell the goddamn the people in the goddamn don't fly across Ted
Yeah.
house.
This no fly zone like the White House in
But
DC.
I guess what I'm going to say, but the plane is so high up. How the fuck he heard this plane?
No, because he probably lived near or close to an airport.
Then
Well,
that is his fucking fault. Then the nigga should have jumped.
If you're trying to
For the
isolate
move.
yourself from people, why
goddamn it, I
the
knew
fuck
this
are you
airport was
living
right
near
here,
an
but the land
airport?
so
Right.
It was so cheap.
How many planes y'all gonna land at this bitch?
Stop riding them damn motorcycles. No,
What?
but
Because
that's how he was,
Because
though.
he had a
Because
house
he
by
was.
their motorcycle track.
Oh my
Right.
God.
Right.
No, he lived
Oh.
out in the open woods, and you know how
Oh God,
as
help me.
years go
Tim,
on, people start
I got you,
migrating
Tim.
and building houses.
Tim, I
and
got you.
stuff.
I got you, Tim, man.
So
God damn,
he
Tim.
got pissed
I
off.
needed that. Tim, I needed that laugh. Thank you, Tim. Thank you. Hey,
Hey, I'm gonna tell you
Professor, man.
one more thing before we go any further.
Uh-huh.
Stop watching the History Channel.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. I come here every week with something from the History Channel.
No,
Oh, hell.
we
Oh,
need
food,
this
we need a
laugh.
hobby.
We need this
Disney
laugh,
built
but
America.
Oh God.
we need
Thank you,
this
Tim
laugh,
Dog,
but
for that.
just make it in
Hey,
2
Walt Disney
minutes.
was
You
a
don't need
genius
to
too.
take a whole 10 fucking minutes
He's
for
a
fucked up
racist.
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, thank you, Tim Dog. I needed that laugh, man. God dang.
call
Mad
that
Professor,
useless
man. What you got to get off your chest, Mad Professor? Oh, what you got?
I
Make
read
it make sense.
it's gonna
Shut the hell up.
it's just I wanted to tell people pay attention to your elderly family members, your mom, your dad, grandmother, grandfathers. I read a story earlier this week about an 80-year-old vet in Cleveland, Ohio, who decided to do one of those lease back loans to a corporation, and it's sort of like what you see what's his name, Tom Selleck doing.
Yeah.
And the people, they let you stay in your house, but you're leasing your house from them. Now they pay you a certain amount of money. They're not going to pay you what your house is worth, what the house is worth, and then they charge you a lease or rent to stay there. They gave this man $180,000 for his house that was valued at $120,000, and then they kept 6 months worth of rent money from him. And after that 6-month lease was up, they raised the rate to the point where he's now living in his car and has for a year.
What the fuck?
Reverse mortgage. That's what
Yeah.
that's called.
Yeah. Like I said, this an 80-year-old veteran who needed money because he needed repairs to his house. He couldn't afford to repair his house, so he did that shit. And the company put him out the house in less than a year after he signed the paperwork to transfer ownership of the house to them. So people, check on your elderly family, please, or an elderly friend and neighbor.
And one good thing about the vets is
How
that
does it
anything
feel?
like that,
Is
you
that
go to the
legal?
VA. It depends on the contract, and that's
Yeah.
why
Yeah, and
he
people
should.
are out
If
there
he go to
taking
the VA,
advantage.
yeah, if he would have went to the VA, they could have, given him options or advice on who's reputable and who's not. And
Yeah, but
this
I
is probably
guess-
somebody who just preyed on him, or he just
Yeah.
saw an
I
ad
mean,
or
people
whatever.
don't
and
read
just responded.
contracts or
Yeah.
final
Yeah.
print or anything.
That's
Right,
what I was
'cause
going to
he
say.
just saw that $100,000,
And that's what I say, because he's elderly and they know who they could take advantage. Well, some young people get taken advantage too, but the elderly are more taking advantage than anybody out there. And that's why you hear people,
Thank you,
especially
Joseph.
especially when you be looking at um when you be looking at these shows, and it just like with the lottery thing. Hey, you just won this much money, but I need you to send me this amount of money, and so you could get the money. And of course, it's the elderly that fall for that trap,
Yeah.
because they probably in a situation where they
sound
need the
right.
money. But it just,
Yeah.
yeah, it just that people like that need to go straight to hell,
Yeah.
or they need, you know what I'm saying? You're totally right, man. So if you got elderly family members out there, make sure
Look out
you
for
take care of them.
them. And also, people forget that there are lawyers who do pro bono work. Like,
Yeah,
I make
and
people sign contracts for everything in my business, but I also come from a lawyer family. So, but I was taught from the youngest age to be reading contract, but I just send the final print and shit. But most people, we don't get educated in that shit, right? We just
Yeah.
sign. We just
Yeah.
sign contracts. We never read. We never do anything. And we never know. Anytime we think about a lawyer, we think that it's a lot of money. We forget that there are some pro bono lawyers. They might not be the best lawyers, but for
Yeah.
certain things like looking
just
over
call
your
Saul.
contract and shit and consultation, at least it's better than nothing, right?
I couldn't
Yeah,
get to
you
the
couldn't
Negro
pass the
please
bar,
button.
right?
I couldn't get to the Negro please but for you if I would call Saul.
That's well, you couldn't pass the bar. Is that why you won't know?
Ah, God,
No,
God.
law
No,
wasn't
but they have a
me.
movie. They have a movie
I,
about
I,
that.
I
with,
actually dropped out. I didn't even study the exam. I dropped out before
Why?
anything. So it just wasn't for me. Sometimes,
Yeah.
I was 19, 20 in UK, and I loved partying, and I hated read. Like, I am a reader. I love reading novels, but I don't like reading case books to memorize, to write whatever. And I loved my dad. I thought I wanted to be like my dad, a lawyer, like I'm taking over my dad, but it wasn't for us. So
Yeah.
I dropped out. I told
Okay.
my dad, like, I want to drop out instead of failing and wasting you money. Let me drop out. Give me 1 year gap year to figure out what I want, and then I'll go back to college. And we did. And I
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
figured it
sure
out.
your relationship
So
with you and your
so
dad, he was like, "Go ahead, girl, do whatever you want."
so
Oh my
Paula.
God, I actually
So Paula
recorded.
just took 5 minutes to tell us that she want to go out and party and lick windows.
Mhm.
She
Give
just
me
took
a
a whole
year.
goddamn
I
5
Give me a
minutes.
year.
I was
Goddamn,
thinking,
a whole
and I
goddamn 10
actually,
minutes to tell us that, hey, Dad.
and my dad gave me a go ahead, go do
Just
your
to
thing.
Paula, you and
Yes.
Tim Dog, y'all watching, y'all drinking the same damn Kool-Aid. Y'all took a
Nope.
whole goddamn story and went a
She
whole
drinking
goddamn route.
Budweiser. I'm
And you
not
know what?
drinking that.
You know what? Neither one of them have voice inflection. They're monotone as
oh my
hell.
damn. Oh
They-
my damn.
So thank you, Tim Dog, and thank you, Paula. I could have been a lawyer, but I decided to be a female stripper. I'm down there at such and such at every Friday night. But I did go to
Do
school
your
though.
thing, boo. He
But
just
thank
threw
you,
it.
but thank you for that. But thank you for that, man. But yeah, if you do have family members that are elderly, or if you still got young people, those are the ones that they look for to take advantage of. But you got to look out for the elderly and the young, because the young don't know and the elderly probably forgot.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm
Paula
saying?
did. We know Paula did.
Oh, they probably forgot. We need to get that on.
Pharaoh
Yeah, treat
King,
Mike
man.
that one.
We all lawyered up over here.
That's right. Pharaoh King, man. What you got to get off your chest?
I don't have anything off my chest, man. But what I will say is, it's funny
Some
that
fact. this joke up here talking
No
about
wonder I was
We got 30
prolonging all
minutes-
that shit.
30 minutes
because
talking
he
about a
did that
crazy
shit.
bomber, and he has something smart to say. I would say that those people that just went to Madonna's concert and you didn't expect any pornography. Obviously, you didn't listen to her when she first came out as an artist. So, how you filing a lawsuit when you know she gonna do something crazy?
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
What she do?
Yeah.
Come on, man, give more detail, goddamn. You didn't start the story. Give us a Tim story.
Okay,
nigga.
so
Man,
that was
go
the top
to
one of the
Pornhub like you always do.
oh Lord. So I guess this dude, there's been others, but there's one individual. He said the lawsuit claimed that it was false advertising, stuff like that, like 6 or 7 different things. The promo company, what's it called, a promo? Not promo. What is it?
Yeah,
Um,
promoters.
Entertainment company,
The
whatever.
promoters. Yeah, the promoters.
Yeah, the promotion company, whatever. Falsify whatever the concert's going to be. So when they got to the concert, Madonna told them to turn the air conditioner off. It made everybody hot. So while she was doing the performance, everybody that was complaining about the heat, she told everybody to strip. So everybody's in the audience stripping because it's too hot. Next thing you know, they started doing some sex acts on stage and performing in front of them. So they wasn't expecting that.
Oh yeah, they out there doing a ritual.
Yeah.
That's what they got caught up
They
in.
do a porn movie in a concert.
On top of that, she started 2.5 hours late. It's supposed to be an 8 o'clock show. They started past 10:30 at night.
They had to sacrifice the goat in the back first, but they had to
I mean, Laura Neal is always late.
what they're doing. What they doing.
Yeah,
She
so
had
you
to
know
do that line of acid
What it
first.
is.
But
I-
I'm saying,
I-
like, you know,
I
this
just-
is Madonna.
Kids.
I just quickly
Act
ran
like you don't know who Madonna is.
I just quickly read the
You don't.
story, and it's always been Madonna's thing to not have air conditioning on in her
Yeah.
performances because she don't want the air system overriding the show. So what happened is it was getting warm in there, and some fans she saw some fans fan themselves. She said, "Well, take y'all clothes off if you're hot."
Exactly.
And
Right.
then her dancers on stage, as they do in damn near
Yeah.
every concert there is, they started simulating sex acts, and he felt that
Yeah.
that was undue pornography. Dude, you
Right.
bought concert tickets to an
Yeah.
adult. You didn't go see the fucking Bubble Guppies. You didn't go see what's those Australian dudes?
Who the fuck is the Bubble Guppies? What the fuck?
That was an old cartoon that they had a
Okay.
stage show for.
Okay,
Oh,
all right.
puppies.
What
He
was
was
the
MAGA.
what was
Magic-
the
Magic
those-
Mike?
No, the 4 guys that were Australians that each wore different colors and they did kids songs in concert. I can't remember
you
the
talking
name of
about,
them.
Teletubbies.
No, not Teletubbies.
Yeah,
No,
Teletubbies. That's the ones
it's
I
not
know.
Teletubbies. It was a group of
No,
guys on
it's
stage. One of them had a heart
Teletubbies.
attack on stage, and I can't remember their
It's
names
'cause
for
he was
some
called
reason.
a guppy.
New
It
kids on the
was
block.
not. It was not.
What was it? New Kids on the Block.
And
But
Jim
anyway,
Costume.
you didn't go see a kid's show. You went to
Yeah.
see a grown ass woman who's been doing music
And
for
it's
almost 40
Madonna.
years.
Have they
And
even
every-
gone to Madonna's
Thank you.
Instagram?
Her song, Like a
She's
Prayer, was
very
about
sexual.
sex. I mean,
Yeah.
get the fuck over yourself, my guy. You knew
Yeah,
what the hell
yeah.
you was getting into. You just didn't like the experience.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and, you know,
Madonna is a
That's what
sexual
it was.
human being. I would understand if you go to a somebody who's not, and then you get that. But Madonna, even one time, 50 was trolling her for like, "You're too old to be doing this shit." Remember
Yeah.
that part? And then
Yeah,
he
it-
apologized. Madonna
Yeah.
has always been. Did
Yeah,
she
I-
have a kiss with Britney in some award show or
The
something?
Wiggles
like
are the group.
Yeah,
Is the group
yeah.
I was thinking about.
you know,
The Wiggles.
yeah, the Wiggles. I remember that. And you know, the funny part is what I'm so sick and tired of all these frivolous lawsuits,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
the fool that actually takes the lawsuit. And I just don't understand
Damn
that, man.
lawyers.
It's just yeah. It's just weird to me. It's just weird to me. Just like everybody said that, you know, you go to a Madonna concert, you're not going to hear
Listen,
a Kumbaya song.
I know.
Yeah, but what's
Madonna
what?
did, and I'm
Yeah,
black.
yeah, but I guess what I'm saying is-
I know what I want about what's about to happen.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
her
It's
number
like
one
going
hit.
to Tiana Taylor's experience tour or Candy Barras, that
Yeah.
placing dungeon where
Yeah.
people are literally pulling each other in chains and then say,
Yeah,
"Oh, I'm a sue because I wasn't." Come on now.
Yeah, we could tell you
Hey,
already
I'm
been
sorry.
there. We could tell.
Yeah,
we could tell
boy.
Paula a bit to the show. Okay, she know the shit about heart. Goddamn.
That's what I'm saying.
But I was about to
That
say.
was
What I'm about to say
BT.
though, you know, what's Madonna number one hit? Like a Virgin.
Gotta support that.
Touch for the very first
Atlantean.
time. So you know what you was getting into. So
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
This guy's
Get
a
the
joke.
up out of here with that,
Hey,
man. And
you
for
know
that,
what?
That's the
who-
thing. But that's
What's
the
that?
thing with America. You guys can sue for every little
Yeah,
bullshit.
America's
Compared
society is
to,
too litigious.
You know, for us in
Hey,
Tanzania,
hey,
for
Joe.
somebody to even get
That's
access
Carmen
to a
Electra, too.
lawyer or to
Yeah.
file a lawsuit,
Yeah,
But here
and
you
that's what I
can
say.
sue McDonald's for a
What?
sauce that
Yeah,
went
that's
wrong
that.
and shit,
Yeah,
man.
All
yeah,
a drunk.
yeah. That's
She's
just
slurring her
stupid.
words.
So
It's because of your 10
so for that guy,
minutes, your
so for that guy, he
30-minute
get a
break.
Negro, please.
yeah. That guy get that, man.
Hey,
Get the
hey,
stuff out of here
hold
with that
on.
shit.
The reason why he was mad because he was the only one not fucking. That's all.
No.
Oh goddamn! Well, he bought for a ticket.
I don't want my money back
Yeah.
still.
Or maybe
He came there with somebody, she fucking
maybe
somebody
he was mad, or maybe he was mad because you got his girlfriend standing behind you. Shit.
Ooh.
Probably
Oh,
watching
by the way,
something
she
with
said touch
somebody
her.
else.
Don't touch it, man.
I got you. But ladies and gentlemen, it's
Is
that
that
time,
the
ladies and
butt or the
gentlemen.
stomach?
It's time for Conspiracy Brother. Conspiracy Brother. What you got to get off your chest? Oh, better yet, what you got for the people?
Oh man, I don't. Wait a minute. Well, okay, I'm gonna talk about what I had planned on talking about. Is because Ryan had said some earlier about the Rockefellers, and I was doing some research on how deep, like, these folks are in this country. How they, man.
Get your words
Rough
together.
One time,
Yeah.
Coordinated.
nah, I'm.
This
It's
dude
just
got a
crazy.
Bible out to read this thing. Well, what the hell?
And apparently I'm the drunk one. Okay, Tim. Okay, Tim.
When I research, I don't just come not knowing. Man, take me off the big screen, man. Take me off the big screen.
Yeah, because I'm about to say, man, no one have no
Because you need a
goddamn 10-minute
haircut
goddamn
and a
story
beard
either.
trim. You need a
Nah,
haircut
it's
and a beard
just
trim.
No,
like that. The Rockefellers had something to do with our school system, how the school
Yep.
system runs,
Mhm.
how research is done in this country. Fucking what else they did?
Do you know why?
Especially with the colleges, they're involved in that. Pretty much they're involved in every fucking thing in this. They control how we work, how we learn.
That's how they started.
How
That's
people
how we
pray.
work.
They control all of that.
Yeah.
And make
That's
sure
strange.
and Rockefellers, that is Brian Major, Orlando, Florida.
Oh goddamn!
Don't come after me. See, I gotta let it be known because they watching.
Yeah,
Those
They
people
had-
are watching
they had
us.
influence with the government because they were. the
Look,
No,
richest
just be
people.
so.
They
I'm just
had
joking.
what?
I'm just
Oil
joking.
he
and
was the first
railroad.
billionaire.
They figured
Yeah.
like they could do whatever they.
Yeah,
And the
But-
government.
Yeah.
His oldest
But-
son was the governor of New York. For
Yeah, but there's always the man behind the curtain. There's always somebody's out there that's the front man, but the person that's pulling the strings is the person that you actually don't see. You don't really hear about the Rockefeller name anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because now they're
They
the
didn't
people
change their
behind the
name.
curtain. No, but I'm saying no, they still got the name. They still got the name, but they're the
Oh,
people
they still got
behind.
money too.
Yeah, they're the people behind because it's funny because you know people like that, they got what generational wealth. That shit just don't go away. Even though their name might not, we don't hear their name when people talk about the power people of today. Because now you got what Elon Musk
Matt
and you
Professor,
got.
what is
But
it
what
when
I'm saying,
you
but those
inherit
people,
wealth?
yeah, but
They
those
call,
people are still pulling the strings behind the curtain. We just don't see them. So hey
They
man,
have
Matt,
made the curtain.
I like that. I like that conspiracy, brothers.
They pretty much own this country.
Yeah,
They started
The
this
United
country.
States is a corporation, not a
yeah,
country.
yeah.
So
You
if
went
go
deep on
back
that
to,
one.
well, I'll say if you go back to the industrial era, that's when everything started with the Rockefellers.
Yeah,
That's
Morehouse.
why Morehouse and Spelman be getting all that money. That's why people always say, like, why they always getting all the money? That's why.
And
Yeah,
that,
but
that
hey,
is
man.
true.
Some people know what they're doing,
That's true,
man.
Mr. Joseph.
This ain't no
You're
game.
absolutely right.
Yeah, but another good lesson. Goddamn, boy. Conspiracy brother. Usually I be like, God, what the fuck? But I got you on that one though. I got it.
Man,
I got it.
I don't do shit. I be
I
looking
know.
up shit.
I know you don't
Wanna
do
know
shit. But look in
why.
the sun. Look in the sun.
Hey man, Paula, are you sign languages? Because we don't know what the hell you saying.
Because she drunk.
Uh-huh.
You're on mute.
You
You're on
The-
mute.
on mute. You
The
mute.
horse is kicking
Put
her
your sign
ass.
up.
and
No, put your
Budweiser.
sign up. No, put your sign up.
Put your
that you
sign
had.
up. Yeah.
Where your
Your
sign
sign
at?
up.
Grab your sign.
Goddamn
Grab your
sign.
sign, and that's for yourself. That's right. yeah. Use on mute. God damn, you mute your goddamn sign.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious, by the way. But I'm glad you can use it on yourself.
Yeah.
No,
And
we
for
all
that
need
part
to
of
get
because you have
one.
to use your own mute damn sign.
Negro, please.
Yeah.
I was
She's still on mute.
coughing, so I muted myself so that I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
disrupt.
Okay. All right. But
But
like I say,
anyway, Pharaoh, you don't need to understand the signs. The signs are not for you. Brian understands the sign. Those signs are always for Brian. So shut the fuck up.
What
And
signs? What sign we talking about? Oh,
you,
because he's always on
you
mute.
literally talk to me about Paula. We don't understand the signs you're doing. What are those signs?
Oh,
we thought you were doing sign language.
yeah. I thought you
Yeah,
were
that's
sign
all.
language.
Yeah. That's what
I
he's saying.
wasn't. That's what I said.
Okay,
It's not
I
for
got
you.
you.
That's why you don't get it.
Okay,
I'm not trying to get it. I just want to know what the fuck going on.
That's right.
Eh.
That Bud Light got her twisting over there. That's
And
what
it's
it
Bud
is.
Light too. You ain't supposed to be drunk on Bud Light.
It's
You're supposed
not
to use the
Bud
bathroom a lot.
Light.
Oh,
It's not
Budweiser.
Bud
God, that's
Light.
even worse. God damn.
Dragon piss.
See,
How
you
is
know, I told you
how
the
is
horses were
Budweiser?
killing them.
How is Budweiser worse than Bud Light?
Oh
How
my
is
God.
Budweiser-
We had that conversation. We had that conversation another goddamn time. Oh my goodness. But before we go,
Next.
ladies and gentlemen.
Just, man.
Yeah. Before we go, Miss Paula P, shout out your social media so that people can follow you.
Shit with P. Every social media, everywhere, find me at Talk Shit with P. I'm mostly active on Instagram. Slide on my DM.
What's today?
Miss Paula, you see that?
That is obviously someone that knows her.
Somebody's gluten free though.
Brian knows who that is.
I got you. Tim Dog for Bebo
That's why she
Careful, man.
hiding
Shout
it.
out your social, man.
Father's Love 99 and I forgot the other one. Yeah.
I thought that was
That
it.
girls
on
are
Instagram.
us.
Yeah, that's it.
99. That's the only time he changed his voice up.
I got you.
Father's Love 99.
Father's love.
I got you, Tim
I
Dog.
talked to
got
my
you.
son's girlfriend and I haven't seen my grandson around. He's getting big. I'm sorry. I had to say that. I
I
love
got
it.
you, man. Man, shout your family out, man. That's all it's about, man. It's all about family.
Oh,
And that's
yeah.
what we here for. Man, Professor, shout your social out.
Well, I can be found on the madprofessor.one continuous word on both Instagram and YouTube.
That's what
So
I'm
is
talking
it the number one or the word one?
The number one, just
Okay.
like it is in my little
I know.
my little
I'm
name.
just being an ass.
Oh no,
Okay,
you're
okay.
good. You're used to that. Man.
I got you.
You got to wipe somehow. We
That's
understand.
right. That's right.
He's
Pharaoh
still
King.
surprised.
Pharaoh King, shout out
I
your
need
social.
a sign that says you need to mute for Tim. You need to mute.
Yeah.
No,
Shout
you
it out
need
there,
to
Pharaoh.
mute. Look at you, got a hoodie on and you fanning yourself. That's an oxymoron. Come on now.
She stole that fan from church.
What's wrong? You ain't got no AC? You
Go
ain't
ahead,
got no
Pharaoh.
heat?
Shout
Go ahead,
your
Pharaoh.
social out,
Go
Pharaoh.
ahead, Pharaoh.
I'm in the hood.
Before I shout it out, I'm gonna say I'm gonna talk about marriage real quick. So marriage is a relationship where one is always right and the other is the husband. So with that
Yeah.
being said,
Heard that. Yeah.
So with that being said, Pharaoh_71.
He only did that
IG.
for his wife. That's all.
Hey, King Line for
Let's see the
Facebook.
hoodie.
He trying to get something tonight.
Let's see the hoodie.
Go. Hey, man,
Please go ahead,
shout
Pharaoh.
out your social, Pharaoh.
Please go
They
ahead,
keep
Pharaoh.
cutting you off.
I did already.
Okay, then. All right, man.
Yeah.
I got you. Conspiracy brother, man. Shout out all your social, man, so people can follow you.
Soul Expressions on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Just type it in. It'll take you somewhere. You'll find me. You just gotta look for me.
Yeah. And of course, you know, I am the man on the street. You can follow me at the Audacity Podcast.
Soul Air.
Yeah. Hold on, man. Getting a lot of stuff here. I'm trying to get it all in. Oh, that's Paula talking. Let me see. Get this last one in. Of course, you know you can find me at the Audacity Podcast. Thanks to everybody
shit.
that subscribed to my channel. I set a goal of 5,000 subscribers. That's blew that out the water. I'm up to 5,700 subscribers so far. And my next goal is 15,000. So keep watching me on the Audacity Podcast. Of course, you also catch me on the Better Than Sports, the Better Than Sex Sports
There you go.
podcast
There
every
you
Wednesday night. Every Wednesday night, 7:00 with me my other brothers on this panel where we only talk about sports. You also catch me on Creative Canvas Expressions. That's my AI channel that I just do shit with AI. Like I say, I work with AI. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank y'all for coming in and commenting and making our show better than it was before. Because without y'all, it won't be no us. Like I always say, come for the show, but stay to be part of the conversation. And that's what y'all have been doing by commenting. Joe, I got your shirt. I got your address. I will be putting that in the mail. Hopefully you get it by next week.
Off your chest.
Who, me?
Goddamn. Yeah, you.
I ain't really got nothing to get off my chest, man.
You gonna figure something out, goddamn it. You trying to skip your ass up out of here. Well, folks, just didn't do the show. No, goddamn it.
He be doing the hopscotch, man. He don't know hopscotch.
He think his ass slick trying to end. Boy.
He tried to conspiracy brother. He trying to get his Cheddar Bay biscuits that he brought home from Red Lobster this afternoon, man.
Yeah. Well, I would say this. I would say this. I took the last 2 days off from work. I didn't have to, but I did. I took the last 2 days off to do what I wanted to do, and that was to work on our podcast because I do the edit. I'd be doing the editing so I could put it up on our channel and smoke a cigar and have a drink. And today, my daughter brought me a gift card to Red Lobster. And before my wife Kim. No, I'm just saying, but my wife Kim, she was like, "Hey," I said, "I'm going to Red Lobster." She's like, "Oh, we gonna go and spend the car." I said, "No. My daughter bought that for me." So we went and ate someplace else.
That's why we ate someplace
else.
That's why I'm Miss favorite right there.
Yeah, we went someplace else to eat. But today I went and enjoyed my $50 gift card that my daughter got for me because it was for me. And I spent the whole $50 goddamn dollars. I sat there.
You should. You should.
I'm
supportive of that.
Well, what I did was the guy gave me the check. It was $39. I'm not leaving here. Give me another drink. So I had to get over the $50. So I spent the whole $50. But sometimes, just like Miss Paula, people talking about with mental health, sometimes us men, we need to just take a break and just gotta enjoy yourself. Sometimes you just need to get away. Now let Ted Krasinski, sometimes you just need to get away, and that's what I did today. But with that, ladies and gentlemen,
wait. We gotta do our closing remarks. Where our closing remarks at?
I thought we just did. Oh, you right. My bad. See, you got me all got on. See, I was going to go through that. Now you throw me off.
You hop skipping and double.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that cheddar. I'm trying to get the cheddar biscuit. I got it in there. I need to warm up. But
yeah, I know. We put them in the oven. We're like, boy.
That's right. But Tim Dolphin, be more careful. What you got for the people before we go?
All I can say is love yourself before you try to love someone else. Because without you loving yourself, you can't possibly understand how to love someone else.
You said that 2 weeks ago.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
But I said no.
Almost verbatim.
No.
And Tim Dog got his wet nap. He got his wet naps right by him because he about to go enjoy himself.
Hey! I was chewing on some biscuits. That's why I was late.
Bad Professor, what you got for people before we go?
Earmuffs.
Oh man, I just got one last one from Mr. Samuel Clemens. It says, "Stay away from those people who try to disparage your ambitions. Small minds will always do that, but great minds will give you a feeling that you can become great too."
Yes, sir. Positive impact right there.
Right.
Yeah, I got you. Miss Paula P, what you got for the people before we go?
Cheddar biscuits.
What did you say? So because,
what you got for the people?
As I said, I'm all about mental health awareness month. So I'm gonna leave the people with this. Sometimes what you're most afraid of doing is the very thing that will set you free. Because I feel like sometimes we are attached to the norm or the
elite.
Yes, so follow your heart, go with it, what it is supposed to be, and you'll find your true peace. So,
yeah,
there it is. I like that.
I got you, Pharaoh King. What you got for the people?
This is for all the good people out there. You know who you are. Good people get tired of being good to ungrateful people. You could be the nicest person in the world, but eventually you're going to hit your threshold and you are going to say, enough is enough.
Amen. Amen.
And ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. It's Paula when he got her a joint. Now she's smoking a joint and she's drinking a goddamn Budweiser.
She
Shit.
trying to do a video for those
Yeah, she
people
about
that stole
to
that 30
turn
million.
up. She about to turn up tonight. Oh my goodness.
You better do that Michael Jackson dance. What was that shit? When he was in Egypt?
Yeah, I know. Remember the times. I get
There it is.
There it is. There it is.
Conspiracy
brother.
She trying to let them brothers know that stole that 30 million. Hey, I'm right here. Look, I'm hood too.
That's right. That's right. And then she ain't got
Yeah,
no
I'm
head today.
engaged. I have a good ass fiance.
And that's why your ass had that migraine last week because you was engaged. But Pharaoh,
Oh, damn.
I believe that. I believe that alone.
I feel it in my head.
But conspiracy brother, what you got for the people before we go?
If you put your feet in water, they will get wet. That's it.
This is the least you've ever said.
Yeah, that sounds like a broke ass Confucius.
Yeah.
Fortune cookie.
That's not Confucius. That's confusing.
Yeah, that's confusing. That's really what it is, confusing. But like I say, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for tuning in to the after show. Like I said, this is where the parties goes down at. That's where everybody get to talk about what they want to talk about. If you listen tonight, we went down some different roads. And usually it's conspiracy brother. But it was Tim Dog tonight. It was Paula for me tonight. Tim Dog and Paula took me down a route I didn't think I was going to get. But then, goddamn conspiracy brother brought us back. And like I said, he brought us back. And of course, you know, the math professor always got something intelligent to say. And of course, my man, Pharaoh King, he dropped some dimes too. But thank y'all for tuning in to the after show. But don't forget to watch us every Wednesday night, 7:00 for the Better Than Sex Sports Podcast. Got it right that time. That's right. Make sure you watch it at 7:00. Make sure you tell a friend about us. And of course, we'll be back every Friday night for 2 Cigars and a Blunt. And that show starts at 8:00. 8:00. That's right. And that's where we get to, drop some dimes in you as well. And then come back for the after show, Ashed Out. It follows 2 Cigars and a Blunt. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we got another comment. Let me see what that comment say before I'm trying to get them all. What Joe say?
Don't talk with your nose in there while it's raining.
Thank you, Mr. Joseph.
Hey, you know what? I'm sitting over here trying to picture that stuff too.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, at the sun, huh?
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that's what you get when you come watch us on our podcast. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am the man on the street.
It's Pharaoh King.
This is Tim Dog from Be More Careful.
Paula from Talk Shit with you.
Conspiracy brother number one.
Oh, this motherfucker, you too early, man.
Woo!
No, you too early.
That was my whole world.
Okay, I'm gonna start it over so we can get it right. Okay, and like I say, and just for you messing it up because you've been on here the longest.
Negro, please.
And like I say, ladies and gentlemen, of course, I am the man on the street.
This is Pharaoh King. Let me take the glasses. Hold on.
Oh, damn.
Tim Dog from Be More Careful.
Let's just get the hell out of here.
Yeah. I guess we're done. But ladies and gentlemen, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are out.